Hi, good morning. My name is Alan. I'm with Market News Media, and beside me I have Jonathan Flora. And pleasure.
Nice to be here. Thank you very much.
Myth, the legend, and the man behind the power as well.
Well, it's a team effort to say the least. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And how long have you been in Sedona right now?
I've been in Sedona only a day. Unfortunately, it's kind of an in and out trip for me. But boy, what beautiful surroundings! I mean, with the red rocks and the attitude and the spirit that everybody's had. I've really been enjoying myself.
So you would definitely come back just to visit?
Absolutely. I mean, I drove from Flagstaff down to this area, and I'm taking pictures along the way and texting them to my wife. And she says, you know, you're so cute for doing this, and I mean that in the most masculine way. But after a couple more pictures, she goes, okay, now you're just being mean. Yes, I definitely need to bring my wife out here and our children, and we'll just have a blast.
Well, there's a lot of beautiful places. We have many things for the children as well. We even have a Boys and Girls Club. They have many activities with the libraries, lots of things. Even though we're a smaller city, it's a great place to do.
But you know, the small city is the quaintness and the real personal feel that you get by being here. So that's. I'm from a small town in Ohio, so I like small places.
Oh, well, what's round on the ends and high in the middle?
Ohio.
Ohio. Well, why don't you tell us about your film, because I know, first off, Gary Sinise is a stand-up guy alone, let alone a very, very, very great actor and a musician. Please, just talk about it.
Well, it's really interesting because when I first met Gary, he's he's just a very personal Midwest sort of guy. And like so many other people that you meet, when they say, I've got a band, why don't you come hear me play? You're like, oh man, I hope they don't stink. Because you don't want to lie. Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's a 12-piece band now. It's a 13-piece band because they've added a fiddle player, and they're just incredible. They're really talented musicians. Most of them are out of Chicago, and but when they get together, they all understand why they're there, and that's to bring a piece of home to the troops and to families. And I went to Iraq and Kuwait with Gary and the band to Germany, and it's just really incredible. And being a veteran, I know what it means when somebody can just give you a little bit of escapism for a few hours and you're home. And music is one of the best ways to transport yourself from where you are to another time or another place.
Well, what's really great is, I know I met you yesterday, but I really wanted to wait for the interview today because I wanted to get feedback of people who were viewing the movie. And there were people who were real headstrong, muscle-bound, that they were even weeping because of the message, the strong message that the film gave.
Yeah, and you know, that's one of the best compliments that I can have on the movie itself. I mean, a woman last night made a comment since you were there, and you could just tell how touched she was by it. And you know, Hollywood's got this big event coming up, or they've had it where the big gold statues, they call them the Academy Awards. And you know, granted, I've never been nominated for anything like that, but I will take the messages that I hear from other people and seeing the impact that it's made on people over that any day of the week, because that means, you know, we're trying to do something a little bigger than ourselves.
Yes.
And reach out to other folks. And if we can motivate people to reach out and help those that are serving us, then we've done a good thing.
Well, I want to thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Before we close, why don't you lead our audience into the trailer?
Well, this is the trailer for the Lieutenant Dan Band for the Common Good. I think you'll find it pretty interesting. A lot of people don't know that this is some of the things that Gary does because he doesn't do it for publicity. But I think from seeing this trailer, you'll get just a little snippet of what he does and what it means to those that he performs for. And I hope you enjoy it.
Jonathan Flora, Lieutenant Dan, you got to see it. Is there a website that they can also see this?
Absolutely, and you can follow all the goings-on, and when the upcoming release, it's at ltdanbandmovie.com.
And you'll actually be seeing that right at the bottom of your screen. I want to thank you, Jonathan. Right there, just where he pointed.
Great. Thank you so much, Alan. I appreciate it very much.
You have a great day. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
In 2003, actor Gary Sinise formed the Lieutenant Dan Band. Named for the character he played in Forrest Gump.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
I'm Lieutenant Dan Taylor. Welcome to 4th Platoon.
Over the next 7 years, the Lieutenant Dan Band played over 250 concerts.
Germany, Los Angeles, Guantanamo Bay, Washington, D.C., Singapore, New York, Netherlands, Phoenix, South Korea, Orlando, Belgium, Chicago, Denver, Dallas, Afghanistan.
Performing for hundreds of thousands of American military, first responders, their families, and supporters.
I remember when we first deployed our troops to Afghanistan and they started getting hurt. I got very emotional about it. I immediately called the USO and said, please send me somewhere. What can I do?
There's no hidden agenda with anything that this band does. It's to support the military and the troops and the veterans, and he's way into that.
He never really explained any kind of ideology other than I think everybody in the band just got it.
Joining Gary and doing stuff for the USO and for the military, I feel like I found my calling.
It's real exciting because they get really excited.
You cannot help but be inspired when you just look out and just see thousands of these young faces, and yeah, it makes you step it up.
I'd like to play concerts that people are going to walk out thinking it was better than they thought it was going to be. Because people don't have high expectations for an actor with a band, let's face it, So I like to surprise them.
He walked down off the stage. He wanted the children to come up. He knew it was for the kids.
They've had a pretty rough go of it, losing a parent in the war. And we want to make sure that they leave feeling better than when they walked in, okay?
To have people come out, take their time, stuff that they can get paid big money for, and they're giving it to them for free. That's a big deal.
Thank you for all your support. You guys are awesome. It's a great feeling to know that people are behind us and people do support us.
I am wise beyond my years, show my pride and hide my fears.
Whether you agree with the war, don't agree with the war, whatever your position is politically, whatever, you got to give credence and belief to the military.
Away when it's dark and give me strength when I am weak.
I just wanted to say thank y'all for thanking us.
I am your son, I am your daughter.
This is the story of America from home.
Well, we may play some of those guys. We are not the real thing. And we need to pay our respects to the real thing.
To Iraq.
When you're able to walk down the street and see hope restored into someone's eyes, it's very rewarding.
It makes you feel like you're actually doing something out here. You're making a difference. You actually see the result.
The journey of a man and his band. And the patriots and supporters. They meet along the way.
How many times have you been to Iraq?
7.
7 times to Iraq.
It's extremely important. I go to a concert and I hear them say, hey, you guys are heroes. It hits you right here. It does.
'Cause I am a soldier.
If we're going to have an all-volunteer service, I think we as a nation have to respect those that serve. We need to do everything to keep them and their families strong.
'Cause I am a soldier.
It's something that's greater than oneself. You're just trying to help out.
I am a soldier.